हेलो फ्रेंड्स की हाल चाल है। जिदा कि मैं कहा सी मैं ਲੈਵਲ 1 ਕੁੱਕ ਦਾ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸੀ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਬਣਾਉਂਗਾ ਤੇ here I am। so sorry ਮੈਨੂੰ ਟਾਈਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਿਆ, like literally I was busy in like everything, you know, like LMI gone and everything, all that. So this is a golden chance for you guys to claim a 50 points. You only need level 1 exam to get the certification. Again, I called the Skill Trade BC and asked them, if I clear level 1, do I get the certificate of qualification exam? They said yes. So I don't know if you get the points or no, but on IRCC website nothing is mentioned about red seal, because a lot of people have a question about like, do we need to do the red seal? So red seal is the level 3 exam, which is like harder exam, and you need more hours to do that, right? So let's talk about the level 1 exam that I have given. So in this, first thing first, you have to go to the Skill Trade BC. So BC, it's British Columbia, so this exam is for British Columbia. I don't know about Ontario, I don't know about any other province, okay? So this is only for British Columbia. Maybe you guys have your own like in other provinces, but this video is specifically going to be the British Columbia. So you need level 1 exam and you only need 1000 hours to challenge the exam. So what do I mean by challenge the exam? So how can you get this certificate? So there are two ways you can go. Either you can go to the school for level 1, but even if you go for the level 1 school, you still have to write the exam. So there are two exams, written and then practical, right? So in the school you have to spend like $6,000 to $7,000, and you are eligible, even if you're on work permit, you're eligible to do a certificate course. So this is a certificate course, like if it's less than a 6 months or a 6 months, you're eligible to do that, okay? So don't worry about that. So first thing, you can go to the school, attend the school, you will learn everything, and then you will give the exam. Of course, higher chances of pass, right? You can pass easily if you go to the school, right? But I didn't have that money and I didn't have that time to spend on, right? And then second thing is challenge. So what do you mean by challenge? So challenge means if you're already working into the food industry, like in a year or 2 year, and you have accumulated 1000 hours in particular sections, then you're eligible to give the exam. So how does all this work, right? So first thing first, go to the website skilledtradesbc.ca. Over there, I'm gonna mention all the website, I'm gonna mention all the links, and I'm gonna talk in this specific video, I'm only gonna talk how to challenge. I cannot give every information in a single video because it's gonna be a really long video and I don't have that much time to spend right now, okay? So I will definitely help you with this, like, so let's go. So Skill Trade BC, you go over there, search for level 1 cook PC, level 1 cook over there, and then you will search, you read their everything, like whatever they're mentioning. So there, what I'm telling you, it's the same thing. So first thing first, you need to register yourself and you need to get an ITA number, okay? It's a ITA number, called like that number. It's a specific number for you, or it's also called a candidate number. That number cannot be changed. Whenever you go for the exam, you need to know that number. Usually that is written in your exam as well, but still that is your specific number, like I would say, right? And then after that, when you get that, now the process for your start. So now I'm going to talk about how to challenge. So to challenge, you do not need to go to the school, you just need certain amount of hours. Those are like around 1000 or 1100 hours, I don't remember right now. So that's the only thing. So how does that work? So you have to go to the website, you have to click that you're going to challenge the exam, and then you will get different documents, okay? There will be a document in which it will be mentioned that how many hours have you worked in what section, how much you know. For example, if you talk about bakery, right? In bakery there will be like 3-4 section. How much do you know? Very well, you don't know at all, you know, mediocre or something like that, right? And then specific, and then again it will go to the sauces section, and then there is a meat section, there is a poultry section, there is a seafood section, there is a vegetable and fruit section, right? So you do not have to worry about all that thing. Your employer have to worry about that thing, right? Because your employer is gonna write down that for you. He will write down, he will mention the dates, like when did you start working with them, and when, like, are you still working with them, and they're gonna write down all the hours and all the information, okay? So after those hours, whenever you get that copy, like your employer will sign that and everything. And be careful, that sign thing needs to be specific by a red seal chef. Okay, if I'm talking about like your regular employer cannot do that, like it's their requirement, like the person has to be red seal if they are signing that document for you. Okay, so if you're working in like one of the Canadian restaurant, like maybe for example Earl's, I would say Cactus, Brown, Social Browns and everything, they have the red seal chefs, right? And it's easy for them to get that thing. Okay. So next, whenever you get that document, you're gonna upload that document into your portal. So what is portal? Portal in which you're gonna go there on the Skilled Trade BC, you're gonna sign up, and then they will open a portal for you. Over there you will submit all the documents that they're gonna require. Okay, once you submit the documents, they will send you an email stating that now your process has been started, and then they will also call the person for the reference, whosoever signed your letter, like the red seal chef. They're gonna verify with them, and then your application will be open, and then you will be eligible to write your written and practical exam. It doesn't matter which exam you give first, you need to get the date, right? These days the dates are filling really fast. Okay, so but don't worry, you will get a lot, because in Vancouver they have like I think 2 center, and then in Surrey they have 1, and then if you can go far, maybe Victoria, Kamloops, Squamish, like all these places, Prince George, you will get the what do you mean, the exam. You will get the exam, and then you will be able to write it down. Okay, now come down to the section. So first let's talk about practical exam. Sorry, let's talk about the practical exam. What was in the practical? So there are 2 menus. One is menu A and one is menu B. Menu B is quite popular because I got it. So in the menu B, so in that menu, so you have to make the different kind of dishes. It will be one appetizer, one will be soup, one will be entree. Entree is the main dish, contains the maximum marks, and then there will be a dessert, as I said, and then there will be a cold wrap. So I got the menu B. In menu B I had to make the, I think it was a barley soup. Let me just double check. No, sorry, it was not a barley soup. For my menu B, it was a cream soup, Boston clam chowder. So that was my thing. And then there will be an egg dish. So egg dish, it's a poached egg with the hollandaise sauce. Really easy to make. If you want me to make a video on that, I can show you how to make a poached egg with the hollandaise sauce. It's the easy one. That's the only thing that I prepared before going to this exam. And next is a cold dish. In cold dish, there will be a chicken salad wrap. So in that, it's a chicken Caesar salad wrap. You have to make the Caesar dressing. Again, it's an easy one, and you will get the menu package in which everything will be written, and I will also gonna mention the links from where you can download these both menus and you can have a look. I mean, you can just go to the website and look at it and try to read it, and if you don't understand, please comment below. I'm more than happy to assist you with anything. Okay, and then next one is hot dish. That's our entree dish. So what my dish was, salmon fillet with a tomato vinaigrette rice pilaf. Easy. And the bean, so for the veg it was the green beans amandine. It's really easy. And then there was blueberry muffin that you have to make, right? So now how does it start, right? So whenever you arrive to the station, 7 o'clock, I think you have to arrive to the location, and then over there they will do the briefing from 15 to 20 minutes, and will start to telling you that where's the kitchen. They will show you the kitchen, and be careful when they are showing you the kitchen. Make sure you remember, because sometime between you have to go grab the pots. If you forget something, maybe if you forget a spoon, if you forget a different kind of a ladle or something, if you go during your exam, you're losing your precious time while grabbing the stuff that you could have grabbed earlier. They will give you like 10 to 15 minutes to grab everything, whatever you want. Okay, and they will give you a card, and you gotta share the card with other person, right? So 8 to 10 is the preparation time. It's called the prep time. So at that time, you're only going to do the prep. You cannot serve any dishes. After that, 10 to 12, you're going to serve all your dishes. Make sure there is a gap of like at least 15 to 20 minutes between your first and your second dish. If you give them two dishes in like within 10 minutes, they're not going to take it and you will lose the marks. Okay, and then after 12 o'clock you will get a grace time. It's 12 to 12:30 for half an hour, in which you will lose less marks but you can score more. For example, if one of your dish is not ready, like your entree that contains the maximum marks, right? If that's not ready, do take the overtime. It's fine, you're not going to lose too many marks. Okay, but if you don't take the overtime and you serve your raw dish, then you're definitely going to fail, right? So that's it for the practical part, right? So is there any questions? Please let me know, comment down below. Okay, now next we move on to our written exam. So in written exam you have 11 sections. The 11th one is not that important, but it is gonna, I don't know what if you get the question from that. So I would just give it a little read to that section. Okay, we'll go through each one by one. Okay, again telling you, in this video I cannot explain everything. In this video I can only explain you like how to register yourself, like what is the difference between challenge and exam, and then or to go to a school. Okay, so you have two options. If you have money, if you have time, of course go to the school. If you don't have money, and if you have like less time, just challenge the exam. Okay, and level 1 is pretty easy. The only written exam was little bit of difficult, I would say, because I didn't study. So the first topic is occupational skills. So in occupational skills I'm gonna talk little about everything. I cannot go into the deep. Okay, so occupational skill is like how do you work at your workplace. Like for example, there is a slicer, right? If you have to clean the slicer, what is your first step? Like how you gonna clean it, right? Those are like the occupational things, right? You need to know, right? You need to know the basic of sanitization, like what is cross contamination, like why you should not touch your chicken hand with the anything, for example with the veggie or something like that. Okay, second is the stock, soup and sauces. This is the bigger section, of course. If you're working in the industry, you should know. Again, in the Canadian food industry, like a French delicacy, right? I'm not talking about like any basic restaurant, because over there I don't know. Okay, specifically talking about this, right? Because when they talk about stock, soups and sauces, they're talking about demi-glace. So what is demi-glace? See, so that's the thing, right? Demi-glace, it is a sauce which is derived from the beef stock, from the beef bones and everything, right? So that's the stock. There will be chicken stock, there will be beef stock, there will be fish stock, there will be vegetable stock, right? Next is vegetable and fruit. So when they talk about vegetable and fruit, you need to know what family does banana belong to, right? Banana, is it a berry? Is it a, I don't know, right? Stuff like that. And then in the veg and fruits, you also need to know the types of cuts. For example, what is julienne, what is chiffonade, what is mince, what is diced, right? Again, let me know if you want to know like some stuff about these. I can make a different video like on how to do a different cuts, like what is julienne, what is minced, what is dicing, what is chiffonade and all that, right? So next one is starches. So starch is the thing that is present in I would say in potato, and then in rice and stuff like that. Okay, so in this what they can ask you, like if you are making a mashed potato, how can, if it's too runny, how can make you little thick? By adding a little bit of cornstarch, right? And the next one is meat. When I'm talking about meats on level 1, they're specifically talking about beef. What are the prime cuts of beef, like tenderloin, sirloin, right? What is fillet, what is ribeye, what is New York? These are like the beef cuts that you need to know. Okay, and the next one is poultry. Poultry is the easy one, like chicken. It's basically talking about chicken. You need to know the difference between a rooster, a cock, a hen. Okay, like which type of chicken we use for deep frying, which type of chicken we use for rotisserie, which chicken is better for the baking, right? And what is white meat and what is dark meat, right? Which part of chicken, like white or dark meat, contains more fat or contains more protein, right? Questions like that. Next they're gonna talk about seafood. Again, in seafood every kind of fish, every kind of clam. So clams are like oysters, which have this shell around, right? They can ask a question about like clam. They can ask you a question, right? For example, what is this fish belongs to which family, you know, like is it a flat fish, is it a round fish, stuff like that. Again, if you're working in restaurant, like in Canadian restaurant, these should be easy for you to like guess. And I can also tell you about a book, but the problem with that book is not only for level 1, it's actually for like all level 3, right? So it has a lot of information, right? So you need to know what you need to study and what you need to skip, because you are only trying to get the level 1 done, right? Next one is garde manger. So garde manger, this was a difficult topic for me because first I didn't know how to pronounce it. I was pronouncing it as a garde manger, right? But it's a garde manger. It's a French word. So garde manger is we talk about salads, like how to prepare a salad. It's related to the cold food items, right? So that's the main difference, right? I cannot talk more about garde manger in this video. Okay, next one is eggs breakfast. So eggs, they're gonna talk about, there are different kind of eggs, right? There are different how would you say, it's not level, it's the grade, right? Grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, right? So there are grade 1 eggs which we get in like our grocery stores, which are perfect in shape, no dirt, no nothing. There are grade 2, little okay, and then there are grade 3 which doesn't have a good shape and all that. Those we don't get into the market or in our superstore or in a grocery. Those directly go to the industry, and the industry used to make the scrambled eggs and stuff like that. Okay, next one is baked good and dessert. So bakery was my weakest spot. I have no clue about baking. I have done like bare minimum baking. So just like they're just gonna talk about the different kind of, what is the difference between baking powder and baking soda, right? They can ask you specific type of yeast, right? Why are we using this yeast? What is the function of that yeast and all that. So now the next one, the 11th topic, is the beverages. So in beverages, tea, coffee, juice and all that, right? Basically it's a tea and coffee. So they can ask you a question, what temperature tea should be boiling, right, to make it a perfect tea. I don't know, they didn't ask me that question, but they can ask you that question, right? But in level 1 exam I haven't seen that question, but I don't know, right, what's gonna be. So that's all. Oh sorry, so there are fees related to the practical and written exam. I don't remember exactly, but I think for the examination, for the written exam, it was $120, and then after and for the practical, I think it was total $420, something like that, right? So I think around $600-700 for both of the package. And you can give the written exam 3 times without giving any penalty fees. If you're gonna attempt the 4th one, then you have to pay $100. If you're gonna attempt the 5th one, then you have to pay the fees extra, and then you have to also get a document signed by your advisor. So how you get an advisor? Automatically you will receive an advisor when you sign into that portal. Okay, when you go there portal, just create an account over there, go fill all your details, whatever you want, what level, what you're doing and all that, and then you will go from there. Okay, if you need anything else, please let me know. Let me know if you want me to make a video on the second part, in which I'm gonna specifically talk about the written exam. I'm gonna give you like the topic, like what comes under occupational skills, what are actually stocks, what are the vegetable and fruits, like what are the starches. Okay, again, I don't remember, and I cannot legally tell you the questions that were in the exam. I don't even remember, like but I can try my best to explain you these topics, and it will definitely help you. Okay, thank you, hope you like the video, and let me know if you need anything.